Every year, hundreds of players from all around the world come to compete in America's biggest chess tournament ever. Held in the nation's capital, having freshly plummeted from 1900 FIDE, I'm here to take on the challenge. This is my 9-round recap of the World Open. In round 1, I am playing Mardon Yakubov. Now this is actually an opponent that I have played before, and I won that game. Actually, I played him twice, and I won once and I drew once. So, before the game, I knew that he knew nothing, because the 2 times I've played him, I've had the white pieces. So, I never had the black pieces against him, so we opened with e4, which is what I expected, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and bishop b5, which is the Spanish. Now, I knew that I could play the Berlin and it could be more of a dry game, but what I prepared before this game was the following: a6, bishop a4, and bishop c5. Now I got inspiration by former world number 2, Hikaru Nakamura, who loves playing this line. Actually, he likes playing it in classical and in blitz, likes to switch it up, and I like the system because it's very easy to make plans. So you go 97, knight g6, you castle, and white kind of has to make the forward break for c3, and then d4, and all those plans which could occur. Now he castles, knight e7, and here he plays a move that I know is a move, but the problem is I haven't studied, which is knight takes e5. So he takes the pawn in the center, and he says, okay, you take back and I will fork both of your pieces. I, of course, have to take back, d4, and here I spent my first think. Now, the thing is, I played in the 4-day section. The 5-day section, it's all classical games, but in the 4-day section, your first 2 games, your first 2 games are 60 minutes, delay 10. So I have to be very, very careful about how I spend my time. And I spend too much of it here. Here, I'm thinking between b5 and bishop takes d4. Now, to preface this, there's one move that is +1, and there's one move that is +0.3. And after thinking, I was thinking between b5, bishop b3, takes, d6, f4, c5, queen c3, and I didn't know what to play here because if I move this knight, then g7 pawn falls. So I can't really play that. If I play knight g6, for example, queen takes g7, rook g8, and then he just goes back to h6. I'm down a pawn. I cannot castle anymore on this side, and he has a very active bishop, right? And instead of that, I play bishop a7. This move is, in fact, losing. I am losing on move 7 in this game because after he takes and displays king h1, even if I take the pawn on e5, he has f4, and then he has f5, and then he has f6. This plan will just keep moving forward because my pieces are not active enough. I have to take, otherwise I'm just going to be down a pawn. And here he surprised me. I'm expecting f4, to which I was going to respond either knight g6 or knight c6, probably knight c6. And then, f5, and then I have to figure it out, right? Maybe queen f6, block the dark squares here. Knight c3 is also very venomous, going to go to d5. I'll probably castle, knight d5, queen e5, but then f6 would come. I wasn't liking my position at all, so I was very, very scared of that. And then he plays queen h5. And I'm like, wait a minute, that move doesn't look right. It's the top engine move, of course. I have to play knight g6. The problem is, if I don't play knight g6, if I play knight c6, right, then he has this very annoying move, bishop g5, and I cannot play f6 because there's a pin here. That was the whole point of this queen h5 thing. It had a dual purpose move. It either had to attack my knight, and it was threatening bishop g5, which is a reoccurring theme you will see later in the game. Knight g6 I had to play, and then he plays f4, right? So he's trying to get f5, f6. I play b5, bishop b3, and d6, right? I'm trying to develop some pieces at least, go my bishop to b7, queen e7. If I can long castle, then my position will be completely fine. And here he plays a move that I didn't even consider, and it just shows you the level difference, right? Here I was looking at f5, and then knight e5, and then bishop g5, but then I saw queen d7, but then f6, g6, queen h6, bishop b7, queen d7, long castles, and I was like, okay, I might be fine there. So you probably won't go f6, right? Maybe he'll play knight c3, or bishop d5, trying to get me to commit to c6. Rook d1, bishop b7. I was calculating this line, and I was like, oh, I can't castle right now because of bishop on g5. Then maybe h6, but then I don't know. I'm not really attacking this, right? Because then the h8 rook hangs. A lot of these things were playing in my mind, right? And he plays a move on the complete opposite side of the board, a4. And here I have 19 minutes. 19 minutes to 42. I completely I don't know what happened. I just blocked out the time ratio in my head. I did not spend my time well this game. And I was just like, what am I doing? This is round 1. I cannot lose in round 1. And I played c5. After some thought, I was thinking between c6. But then if c6, I didn't like the fact that after a takes, I either have to concede to this open a file where he can play bishop b3 and put pressure. Obviously, I can't take, right? Because if I take, I hang the rook. So then I play c5, but then this looks like very bad because then he gets bishop d5. So here, I play c5 and I just blunder. Takes, and if takes, bishop d5. What I just showed you, right? I saw on the other line, but I didn't see in this line because then rook b8 and rook d7, and I'm down a piece, and I will lose the game. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm gonna be down a piece. I put bishop b7 because I have to, right? If he takes on a6, actually, then I was thinking I had some chances with bishop b4, rook e1. And I was thinking, I don't know, maybe d5, but then I was thinking after bishop d5, I can't take back with the queen because then queen takes, so I'm losing here. I don't know, rook e1. I was actually thinking f5 in the game, but now I'm realizing that you can just take, right? Because this is a pin. This is just a clean pin. Oops, sorry, I can't draw arrows. This is a clean pin on e8. So he plays bishop d5, and now I'm thinking, okay, takes. Oh, sorry, bishop b5. Takes 97, right? Because I need to castle really quickly, and I need to guard this a pawn. And here, I calculate a nasty line. Actually, I calculated this when he played bishop d5. Here, I was like, takes 97. And he's gonna think, oh, queen b7. But then I have bishop b6. And once he takes, rook b8, queen is trapped. Did you follow that at all? No? Okay, I'll put the board on. Takes 97, queen b7. Again, this is what I have to calculate, right? Because I don't have much time. If he takes with the pawn, rook a7 is the key. And then I win the queen. If he takes back with the rook, however, then rook b8. And I trap this queen. The rook traps the one queen's escape. He would have to do this. I was thinking about either taking with the queen or I could take the queen, but this actually didn't really look very convincing. Maybe I have queen a8 trapping this rook. I don't know. I was thinking, okay, I also have this, but then this also looks very unconvincing because c4, knight c3, knight a4. He has 2 pawns and a bishop, right, for a rook. So material is relatively equal. Actually, it is equal. But I have the rook. Okay. So this is what I calculate, right? And I'm like, okay, he's gonna play queen b7, and then he plays queen g5, and I'm like, he didn't fall for it. When you're losing, you have to go for these traps, right? That's the only trap I have. So I have to take, and I have to give up my whole queen side. But the reason why I did this is, by the way, is if I go castles and I lose a6, I just completely lose the game because my a7 bishop is hanging. He's gonna play c4. And this is a pawn advantage on the queen side, right? It's a 3 versus basically 1 majority. The d6 pawn doesn't really count for the queen side. So it's c pawn, b pawn, another b pawn versus 1 c pawn. So if he even trades one of the pawns, he's gonna have 2 passers on the queen side. I have literally no play. So queen g5, I bite the bullet, and I just sacrifice my 2 pawns. I'm like, I have to do this. Queen d7, f5. Very, very important move, by the way. If he does not play f5 here, and he does not play f5 here, then I get queen g4, right? So let's say, I don't know, knight c3, queen g4, rook g1, then c4, right? So I'm getting this extra tempo on the rook. So you have to be really careful. You might have to play like queen h3, but then it gets kind of dicey, right? I don't have to take, but I could take and then play knight g6, or not knight g6. Actually, taking looks really bad. I'll play like queen g7, rook h8. Obviously, white still has the advantage, but it's hard to prove, right? But when he plays f5, I literally have no moves because d5 is too slow. I cannot just break apart this pawn structure, right? f6, boom, shaka laka. I lose every single thing in my position. So I long castle. I long castle when I played c5, b5. And the rook is just open here. I am hoping on some tricks. By the way, the time situation right now, it's about, I don't know, 10 minutes or maybe less. I think it was about 8 minutes for me, and he had like 19 minutes for him. Queen f7. He says, I am not afraid of you. Rook f8, queen a2. I saw this. I saw bishop b6, knight c3. And here I didn't know what to do. The problem with this, I was thinking whether to sack. Can I sack, right? Because he hasn't actually developed his piece. Remember, back rank mate is actually very, very plausible, but the problem is I cannot take, because the queen on a2 laser focuses this, but also laser focuses that, right? So to be really, really careful. Knight c3, and I play b4. And after b4, there is no way I can win this game because I have to check, king c7, knight a4. The problem is I have no play. I'm down 3 pawns at this point. He took h7, took g7, he basically took my whole king side. That's not cool, man. Like, dude. And I played rook b8 because I had to defend my bishop. Otherwise, I was thinking between queen c6 and I was thinking between knight c8. And I was like, I don't know. It's very dicey. So I played rook b8. He goes bishop f4, and I go king c6. The reason I go king c6 is that I want to add this pin, and maybe if there's e5, then I can take on f5, and I have some chances to survive here. Even here is very limited, because you can take on d6, then after takes, rook d1, this is a pin, this is a pin, he's attacking this, bishop on f4. Every piece in his position is better than my corresponding piece. His queen on a6, better than my queen on d7. My knight on d6, worse than his knight on a4. My bishop on b6, worse than his bishop on f4. The only piece that's better for me is this rook, and this rook does virtually nothing. Isn't that insane? So, after rook a d1, knight c8, he plays queen c4, and I have a last ditch attempt. I play king b7, and I'm like, okay, if he takes. And then maybe queen e6. I mean, I'm dead lost here. Maybe queen g7, and he hangs mate. Who knows? Bishop d6, queen g7, and we could be talking about 1 out of 1 with the starter world open. That would be insane. And I just missed, he can take my rook. And after takes f6, I have 2 minutes here. I sit at the board, and I resign. I lose in 30 moves. A terrible, terrible loss to start this tournament. And you know, it was rough. I mean, it was just an opening mistake. The problem is, since I didn't know this b5 theory, the point is that I have some counterplay after c5. I play c4, trap his bishop. I didn't know that. I've looked at that line, but I haven't looked at it in so long because people generally don't take this early. They play c3 and then take, or they do something else, right? There's so many lines. Maybe I will play on the future, so I won't leak it. But you know, obviously, it wasn't a good start. And I just missed the fact that b5 is the best move here. I just have to be better at that, those kind of stuff. And bishop a7, d5, is +1 for him on moves 8, and that's for a player of his caliber, 2160. By the way, the reason you see 2120 and not 1857, as you saw in the intro, is because this is my USCF rating. If you want me to use my feeder rating, let me know in the comments. King h1, knight e5. Yeah, I just got steamrolled on the king side. I hope you guys enjoyed this round 1 recap. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, see you for round 2, where I face an opponent that I've never faced before. Take care.